Hey, everybody. How are you? I have our good sister Karen on the phone. She has just blessed my technology. Oh, listen, it's been comical about the technology. Hello, Erica. How are you? Let's see. I'm trying to put you on there. Oh, wow. It even works, everyone.
So now you know what I just told you is true.
But say hi to everybody, Karen. Say hi.
Hello to the chat. Hello to the chat atmosphere.
Can you all hear Karen? Karen is bringing good fortune here. Joe, as above, so below. Joe Dingle, you can see this. Okay, Joe, I know you understand being a content creator. How many, how many issues we have? Hey, Erica. Erica, would you like me to give you a link? Would you like to come and talk? Anybody? I'm just doing a test.
On your channel itself.
Yeah, see if you can see it too, Karen.
So I'm gonna come out.
Okay.
Come off of this.
All right.
Jen.
Yep.
We'll finish this conversation later, but it was all meant for a reason.
It totally was. This is talking to Karen literally just now. My tech started working. Okay, Karen. Okay. All right. See. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Rose Hodges and Laura. Hello, Laura. You can see it? Okay, good. I just needed to know if I was back in the driver's seat. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to invite you guys to talk because I don't know what else to do right now. I was going to end the live knowing that I can do this. But if anybody wants to come in and say, hey, let yourself be seen and heard, okay? You said hi to Karen. Maybe Karen will show up. Hey there, Amales. Did I say that right? You can hear and see the pic? Good. Okay, so listen. Oh, you're at the grocery, Erica? That's okay. You didn't plan this. I didn't plan it. Another time we will plan it. I just needed to know that everything was a go with the technology. So this is good. Thank you so much, Amales GK. That's okay. You get your grocery shopping done, okay, sis? If anybody wants to join, I dropped the link. Joe Dingle, do you want to give us a good word? Come on in, Joe. I haven't seen you since we were all on with John. But this is streaming, I guess, from a few different channels that I have. Karen is here. Oh my gosh. Karen, come on in. Add to stream. Okay, there you are, Karen. Hello. How's it going?
Hi, Jennifer. This here,
What's
it
going
just
on?
only validates to me what just happened.
Uh-huh.
God
It's
is
great.
real, people. I just want you people to know God is real.
Yes.
God is real.
Yes. That's yes. Listen, Karen knows that I haven't been on a live since I talked about you told me not to say it anymore, right? What did you tell me to say it again?
PTH.
Oh my God. What am I gonna do about my birth town? That
You've
place
been
is
on, you haven't been
crazy.
on, I think, for 12 days.
12, it's been that long? Oh
I think
my.
it's been that long.
Now
But this is,
I'll have everything. I'll have my camera up because I'm right now. I just didn't know this was going to work. So this is just a test, everybody. Val F, hey, right in the middle of eating your taco bowl. I hope you enjoy it. Amale, wow, look at this. Amale, come on. You're coming on? I'm trying to add you. Oh, Wild Dragon is in. Hey there, much love. Wild Dragon, listen, I have not been on in a while, have I? My technology has become a joke at this point. I just laugh at it. And you know what? I know that I'm definitely becoming more nimble because I would have been bummed out because of like every device is just going haywire right now, and I hear a lot of people are having similar problems with tech. Hey Amale, I'm adding
yeah,
you
Jen,
on.
because now with the station head,
Uh-huh.
sometimes it locks me out and it tells me to reset my password. And I'm like, why should I have to reset my password when I have a
Oh,
whole, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I see. Hey Amale, I can't add you to the stream. I see you in the back.
You want me to
I
come
see.
off so I will come off and let you add someone, Jen.
No, I don't know if it's that. It's I think that when I don't know. Amale, I'm trying to add you. Anybody else want to come on? I dropped a link just to say hi, reconnect with everybody.
This
Hang
is
on, Karen.
amazing though. I'm so happy you able to get back in. Oh my God. God is just,
Yes, don't
God is
jump off.
amazing.
Don't jump off, Karen. I think I can have more than, let's see. Amale, I'm trying to add you. It's not allowing me for some reason. Are you joining from you're on two lives? Wild Dragon is on two lives. You know what? Wild Dragon, I hit Facebook and two of my
What's
YouTube
up,
channels.
420? Blunts up, my brother. Blunts up, my Canadian brother. That's another person, Jeanette. I got connected with Wild Dragon, but didn't even realize like his cousin and I was connected like 2 years prior. Like
Wow.
God is just so amazing. Like he like
Absolutely.
amazing. I just want to tell people like
Mm-hmm.
God exists. God exists. You just have to be in the know and the now, and you have to see it. Pay attention. God exists. He
Yes.
exists.
Yes, indeed. Amales, you're from Canada? Okay, well, try if you want to try again, I would love to have you on. For some reason it's not letting me. Hey Alan, how are you? Alan,
It's
welcome.
giving you baby steps right now.
Yeah, baby steps. Amale, I'm trying. Amale, did I say your name right? Amale. Um yeah, I figured why not just talk to everybody and see. I had a radio show today. If anybody would like to come on tonight, we're doing radio. Let me put the link in. At least I can get that onto you.
It's right.
Stationhead.com.
Stationhead.com.
Yeah, we're growing a radio station over there.
Set your
Come and
alarm
join.
for 11 a.m. brunch with Jenny the John on stationhead.com.
There you go. I need a jingle, right? I need
Right.
Karen.
11
Karen, you
a.m.
need to
brunch
do
with
the
Jenny the
jingle.
John at stationhead.com.
You should do the jingle, Karen. Okay, so this is where you can find me at 11 p.m. All of us and the Chatmosphere is live. Jenny the John on Station Head. Okay. And I am working with my technology. Just be patient with me. This is a wacko time right now. And this is what's happening. Christine, how are you? Hello, hello. This is so fabulous. Kanisha Graham, hello. It's been a long time. Yes. Don't disconnect from me. Let's stay connected, everyone. I am working on ways so we can stay better
This is
connected.
awesome that you got through. This is so awesome.
Oh yeah, this is so, I've been fighting everybody. I've been putting everything, but because I've been busy with so much, it hasn't gotten me down. Lilo, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Steffi and Jamel. Oh my God, Jamel, why don't you jump on, Jamel, and talk to us? Here, let me. I'm putting the link in. Come on. Anybody want
The
to come in?
amazing part, Jen, is that your chat must be notifying the people.
It must be, yeah, because Jamel, I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a minute. But if you want to jump on, Jamel, you come on in. Here's the link. It's live. Come through. Pop up, pop up. So today I was talking about why not just do a whole thing, okay? Let's see if I can share. I don't know if I can. You know what? I'm on a different device, and that's the
You on
thing.
the
I don't.
other device, right?
Yeah, I'm on the other device. Dave, hey, Dave. Nice to see you. While Dragon says both channels, both channels. Oh yeah. So they're both going live then. So that's a good thing for me to know which channels are working.
So
Okay,
both of
so
your channels are going live right now.
that's what 420 While Dragon is saying.
So
Both
what?
are.
That means even the old one, Robin Eason.
Yeah, that means Robin Eason and the new
Wow,
one.
God is good.
Is
See
he?
how when he
Oh, he
blocks you, how he
is.
gives back double?
Yeah, look at that. So this is great. So I have Eric here. Eric, hello. Eric Swanson. Hello, Eric. You are on. You can cam up or not. How's it going? Thank you, Lori. Lori says, hit the like and move show up in the algorithms.
Yes, hit
Come
the
on,
like button for
everybody.
our sister, our professor. You know, Jen puts a lot of time into her research to bring it to us. At least just hit the like button.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen. And thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. I have to remember to ask everyone to hit the like because it does make a difference. And if you want to subscribe to Robin Eason, that's going to be the backup. And I'm going to be more active to put more content. I hadn't used it in a year. Hello there. Well, can you hear us? And can Eric, how's it going? Oh, can't hear you, Eric.
Can't hear
Is
you,
your
Eric.
is your mic off? It might be muted. So you got notification from this channel, not Robin Easton channel.
But
Even
that's great that you got a notification, Jen, because at one time it would notify me like way after we were already in the chat.
Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you. If you all like, if anybody who's in the chat, if you don't mind liking either on the way out or now, please do that and help the algorithms. Leisha's here. Oh, our UK
Hi,
sister. Look at
Lish.
that.
Hi, my sister from the UK, Liverpool to
Leash.
be exact. That's my soul sister right there. I speak to Lisha every day. That's my soul sister.
Oh,
Sending love,
Leisha.
Lish.
Thank you, Leash. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so Eric, I think I hear you now. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, doing well. What's new in your life?
I can't even explain. I've been in love with what you're putting out there for so long, and I'm so glad you're still surviving on this. And it's nice to see Karen. I've been seeing her name up there, and for so long, it's nice to see her. But I'm in a paradise. I'm in the top of West Virginia, and it saved my life. I had to leave Massachusetts and the coof. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's like the coof just started in those states.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
they're
Yeah.
never going to let those people free. You know,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
here it's
Yeah.
completely free and cheap. I'm living in a 1,700 square foot townhome that's costing me less than you'd pay for a truck.
Wow. That's
Yep,
fabulous.
Wow.
yep, $390 a month.
Fabulous.
Yep.
Wow, Jamel, is that you? You are joining us. Look how fabulous. I'm going to try to light up something and cam up everybody. I got to get used to the
Hey,
camera.
Jamel.
Hey there, Jamel. How's it going? Welcome.
It's going. Hey.
Hey now. What's new?
You
You
like
don't
that
say
hat,
a
Jennifer? You
word.
like that hat?
Oh, uh-oh. I'll be back. Oh, you getting them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
trolling. You trolling them, huh? Jamel, you're not being right, Jamel. But I think
Yeah.
they're ready this
You gotta
time.
represent. You gotta represent, you know?
No, I think they're ready this time, Jamel. I think that they're ready and they're just feeling a little bit like, okay, now I see what's going on here. Didn't
Look, I
know
had
this
this shirt
was.
I had this shirt specifically made for them.
Oh, I love it.
I told I told
Oh, you're
y'all.
on the. Oh, you're on the. I told you so energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, what part of the U.S. of A. are you in, Jamal? How's it going where
I
you're
am
going?
in the southeast, so North
Okay.
Carolina is where I live.
Oh yeah. So they
All
make
right.
sense there, right? They're not pushing a lot of
I got
craziness.
family in Fayetteville. Okay.
Hey, son of
Oh, okay,
Overbrook.
cool, cool. I live outside of Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte, nice. It's beautiful. Yeah,
Yes,
they
yes.
call. Yeah, that's a nice area. That's good.
Charlotte is. I'm originally from Greensboro. Charlotte is very liberal, so it's a lot to
Yeah,
adjust to down here, but it is what it is. My mouth is big and
yeah.
wide.
I love it. I love it. That's right. Well, it looks like we are all nimble and we are surviving and thriving, and it looks good to, be connected again. And Eric said he got out of Massachusetts and he's now in West Virginia breathing oxygen without people trying to cut it off from him.
No, it's
That's
amazing. I even where I live, even the weather is better because
really.
there's so many God-fearing people living here in this beautiful state in this little city of Kaiser that I think he protects us from the weather control and all that crap.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it's just nicer to
Mm-hmm.
live here. You know,
Nice,
it's
nice.
unbelievable.
That's good.
You at least keep it in mind if you guys if it gets too crazy in those beautiful, because all those places you're in should be beautiful, but
Right.
obviously they've peed on all those places and corrupted them, and it's disgusting. If it gets
Mm-hmm.
crazy, you know where to go. Kaiser,
Okay.
West Virginia. I'm right at the top of West Virginia, the Northeast. I'm 5 minutes from Maryland, Appalachian,
Oh,
Maryland, and I'm 30 minutes from Pennsylvania and 3 hours from the crazy DC. So it's a nice location. Be paying $390 a month to live in a
wow.
house. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
that's
a
with
blessing.
flood insurance.
What?
The
That's
real mortgage is
awesome.
2 something, you know? Yeah.
Oh, you did. You were wise. Look at that. Mrs. Harris, my John is in
Oh,
here.
look at the
Hey,
doggies.
he said, glad it popped up on the algorithm. You certainly didn't get notified. Well, I am glad. Look at that, Lisa. Hello. You're loving this? You missed, yeah. Let's just say that we were on a little bit of a break. Okay. So now I'm back. Look at that doggy. Who is this?
You're so sweet. I love the
Say
doggy.
hi. Her name is Brooklyn.
She's such a cute doggy. Oh,
She has a
Brooklyn.
brother named Fendi, but
Oh,
he's not here. He's out. He's visiting, but she heard
oh,
Eric's voice and she kept like trying to get up on my leg.
That's
oh,
so
she's
great.
adorable. Oh
Yep.
my
She
goodness.
is precious.
Yep.
That's a good name, Brooklyn. Yes, so the classes will be back if I can figure out how to share stuff. I always have my slides and stuff.
The teacher
But
went on a sabbatical.
yeah, this was a sabbatical. It was a tech imposed sabbatical, and it was so funny that the last live stream was wackadoodle, where I was talking about the portal in Gary, Indiana, and then all of a sudden it starts pouring down raining. I lose Josephine. She's crying. She's soaking wet like a river rat. It was crazy, but I'm back. PH Joy, hello, hello. Look at that. Look at that. Well, today on the radio show, I talked about a mountain in Beverly Hills, actually. There's an interesting mountain that they call Magic Mountain. That's one of the nicknames, but this is $1 billion mountain that is being fought over by the solitary heir of the Herbalife dynasty. So the child inherited the mountain when he was 8 years old. So the trustees were appointed they were supposed to maintain his lifestyle. He was used to living like a billionaire's son, would live. And they squandered and actually sold and botched the sale of this mountain. It was a mess, but I read about it and it was interesting to learn. We were we were dissecting it. We may get into it a little bit more, but it's very fascinating. But I was talking about that on the radio show today. So today I will finish out the radio at 11. If you are a night owl and you want to join us, log on at 11 p. Eastern time. So I do an 11 a, 11 p on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays.
Jen,
So
you
I
able to
call
put
it,
the link in the chat for some people? Because some people say
yeah.
it's hard to go on station head.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I'll put the link in the chat. And yeah, it was very interesting. I'm going to tell you why it was interesting, because the the trustees, it was 3 trustees, and actually 2 of them died in the middle of their shenanigans. And the one that remained, he got in some trouble because he was harassing the mother of this heir. But what happened was the property went into an international trust for the state of California. And I didn't know we had such things, international trust that the property went into. So that was the thing that was interesting to me. I want to look into that more because I'm starting to do a little bit of research about land trust and all that stuff. So that is why this story was fascinating. You live next to, hi Belinda, how you doing? Look at this. This is great. Jamie, you live next to Magic Mountain. Yes. And that was crazy because you have Magic Mountain, which is part of Six Flags Park, and then you have this mountain in Beverly Hills that they call Magic Mountain. Yes, Val, trustees have a fiduciary duty. Sounds like they violated. They violated it so bad, Val. It was one of those things that you would just be scratching your head, like so confused how people could just think that they would get away with such. But yes, that is exactly. And I want to tell you, okay, so this was the name of the trust, okay? Let me tell you the name of it. Now, you know the guy that started Herbalife. Has anybody ever sold Herbalife? Anne Marie Russell, love from Northern Ireland. Well, welcome, Anne Marie. Welcome and thank you. We have another brother from Ireland who tunes in regularly. That's Joseph. Tam's here. Hello, Tam, and welcome. Beautiful Sunrises is here too. Hey there, sis. An angel of gold. I'm glad you found me. Just lock me in. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to both channels, because I'll be working with both of them. I'm going to make sure I don't get locked out again like that. The beneficiary can sue the trustees for mismanagement, but doesn't do any good after. Yeah, that's right, Lori. And when the boy turned 35, he did finally get the trustee, the one that was left living, he got that trustee off of the trust. But you're right. After they destroyed this trust, and that's what they said, the trust was, it was irreparable how much they violated and destroyed the trust. So that's the thing that was very crazy, that people just, they plotted on this child, from 8 years old. Then he was 18. He was able to put in, some legal action, but it wasn't until he was 35. Sorry. I think 35. And that's the age that I think he was supposed to come into the full, maybe the full trust. So I'm trying to find the name of this place, this international. Let's see. I'm looking through this to get you the name, because I want to look into this more. If anybody knows about these issues, especially out of California, I would
The
love for
amazing thing to me is that how you can own a mountain.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing that I believe so much has been violated when it comes to land rights in the nation. And when all that is sorted out, because I believe it will be sorted out, but it's going to be an act of God. I'll just say that. Anybody have any thoughts right now? How about you, Jamel? What's up?
I totally agree, especially with America's land.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing a lot of research and digging into the indigenous people here,
Uh-huh.
and that whole narrative and who actually owns the land. And it's quite interesting. I'll just leave it at that. It is quite interesting. I'm not.
Yeah. I know. Listen, it's interesting. That's all
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
I just
right
know
now.
I'm now on the new kick. I was telling my friends, I was like, I think I'm trading my dashiki in for some Indian feathers. But
Hear that? Now you
Oh my
indigenous, right? You
God.
realizing you indigenous. You say, hold up, wait a minute,
yeah,
something ain't right.
yeah,
You got,
yeah.
it's been left in
The
plain
more and more,
sight.
exactly. The more and more
So,
I
like,
trade
how
some,
do
it's
you
like
own a mountain? So, who originally owned it? Who did they purchase this from? Like,
right.
that's a lot of energy to harness to want to own a mountain. Like, so what
Well,
Hmm.
is
and then
it's
not
called
and then
Magic Mountain?
not even necessarily purchase it from who do they steal it
Yeah,
from?
you
Who they
exactly who they stole it from. Who they,
Yeah.
how they quote when you it was every, every like when we talk about Tartaria, that whole whitewashing of buildings, everything, our history, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But exactly like where did who originally had the rights to this mountain?
I know. That's what I want to look into. This has only opened up another,
And then it's
just
called Magic Mountain.
yeah, that's what I want to look into more. Why is
And
it called
they
man?
fight for things, they don't just fight for anything. They have
Hmm.
a sole purpose why they go so hard to fight for that, for that mountain. Like, I'm deep into ley lines, everything is positioned in a certain space in a certain reason for a certain reason, right? So
Hmm.
what does that mountain hold
Yeah,
that they
I'd
want
like
to
to.
harness?
Yep. And another thing about this mountain, it is in Beverly Hills. Let's remember, this is
But
a
remember what
zip code.
California first was. You did a whole upload on that.
Yeah, exactly. So the 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 thing about this mountain is that it is one of the most in they say in terms of real estate, this mountain is probably the most coveted piece of real estate in the world. It is coveted by um, rich people all over, like especially a Kuwaiti politician actually was part of that bundled sale. So he stole some money allegedly. Okay, don't come after me, Kuwait. But he did allegedly. He stole some money, okay? And he bought the mountain and it was just crazy. All the people, all the sharks that come out
Right.
and this was see the irony right now, and I want to tell everybody this because it ties into what's happening right now. It appears that rich people are just getting richer, right? We watched over the last 2.5 years, we watched Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and everybody just get richer and richer and richer, right? Well, as they are being enriched, they are also going through a lot of torment. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not taking the bag of gold and enjoying it. So I want everybody to just keep that in mind. They're going through a lot of issues because a lot of them are having to sell off a lot of their homes. It's a lot of legal issues, tax problems. They are losing money as well. So just, remember that. Don't think that they are sleeping well at night. They are not sleeping on a nice soft pillow. They are tormented. And this is because the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the good. And they are just trying to hang on as long as they can. And it's just bringing more misery. So it's that's right. You said the greatest transfer of wealth in human history, exactly, and it goes both ways. So they've tried theirs and it's all going to be sorted out. So the creator, the one that has the land deeds to everything, he knows who everybody is. He knows no one's hidden, and he knows who has land rights. He knows who he gave who he gave the land to. And America, in my opinion, everyone, I believe we have a destiny that is far bigger than we've thought. I mean, I know we think a lot of ourselves, but it is very biblical. I'm starting to see it more and more. So, this will be interesting to see how this unfolds. But I'm going to look into this because of how we're starting to learn who is who, and identities are going to start being clear. But right now, on this mountain, this $1 billion mountain, guess who lives on it right now? Can you guess who lives on the mountain right now? Give me a guess. How about you, Eric? Can you guess who lives on the mountain now?
I have zero clue. Annette Funicello. She's not even alive, probably.
I like it. You must have had a crush on Annette, huh? She was cute. Who do you think, Karen? Who do you think lives on the mountain now?
Didn't you mention it earlier in the chat? I think I forgot.
Oh, if you know, then don't tell. Let's see if Jamel.
Right.
Who do you think might live on the mountain now?
I'm not sure. I wasn't on earlier.
I will be cheating, Jen, if I tell. Yeah, let somebody in the chat see if they can come up.
It's nothing but deer. A whole family of deer.
The deer that's trying to get into your house.
Oh yeah, deer trying to get into. Yeah. Well, see, the deer are living there and thriving, and this is what happens when people try to do things that are not lawful when it comes to land. They don't end up enjoying it, and that's my point. I just wanted to make the point that with all of the scamming and finessing that's going on with this land, it turns out nobody lives on it but the deer. And that's how God will do things, just so you know. It'll stay tied up in courts for years and years and years. And these people don't enjoy this ill-gotten gain. So, that's I just want to encourage people, because I know sometimes people get demoralized because it just looks like the bad people are winning. What do you have to say to that, Eric? When do you find that some of the people are feeling a bit of demoralization?
It's I woke up screaming with my dad at the beginning of the coof because of Tom Hanks, and I became a truther at that point. I'd been sensitive to a lot of these things, but not like till we woke up screaming, and I followed one of the big things I follow lately and through this couple of past years is Patriot Soapbox. There's a lot of good Christian patriot people there, but there's a lot of focus on stuff we can't do a lot about. I mean, we can pray certainly, but like I find that some of the truth people who I really love, they're so negatively focused. Like, I went through PTSD for a whole year. I lost my dad after the coof and everything, and I had to remove and everything. And so I'm coming out of that PTSD now, and I realize that even though I still want to be aware of everything and not be ignorant like I was before, I'm not going to sit there and marinate on the dark stuff. We know what they're doing with kids and awful satanic ritual and all that crap. I can't stop that directly right now. So for me to sit there and every day digging into it, it's like, no. So I've decided to live my life. And one of the things that God gave me is I'm a sad clown. And I'm able to make a lot of people laugh. My whole family's like that. A lot of New Englanders are like that. And I go out every day, I make my rounds, and I put smiles on faces. Like one day, about a month ago, maybe less, I went into a beautiful Dollar Tree with about 7 or 8 beautiful West Virginia women in the checkout. And I said to those women, because I'm a clown, I said, I hope you've all availed yourself of your free crack pipes. And I'm telling you, some of those women peed themselves. I'm laughing. If I had done that in Massachusetts, 3 of those women would have been waiting out in the parking lot to cut me. You got to make the right place to live. But here in West Virginia, everybody's patriotic and God-fearing, almost. And it was it's so much. But so I do that same thing. I do a lot of visual stuff that I put out there. I was hoping to get on air on Patriot Soapbox, but I'm having trouble doing it. But that's my whole thing. I'm trying to keep my spirits up and other people's spirits up, because right now it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's good. That's good. Bless you for that. I know you are being a
You
blessing
said the
to.
master word, live.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
You
Exactly.
still
said this.
have
I
to
gotta share
live.
this. I gotta share this. You know, and these are beautiful Christian people. I hate to. I'm not trying to criticize, but I just don't understand this mentality. They're all old and handicapped like me. We're all broken and broken and broken. And I got a GoPro recently. It's the best thing I ever bought in my life. I've got a house full of $1,000 cameras, and this $350 Go. Look, it's right here. My GoPro.
Oh yeah. Oh,
This is the best
cool.
thing I ever bought in my life. This little thing,
Nice.
I can clonk this onto the hood of my car,
Uh-huh.
clonk, and I can drive and get the best footage you ever saw. And then I put it in front of me. I put it on a
Uh-huh.
pan, and film myself driving. So I
Oh.
bought this and I start showing these people all my footage and this goofy stuff I'm doing, trying to smile, get smiles on their faces. And this one Christian woman, she says to me, "Oh, I always wanted to buy a GoPro, but you know, our chapter here is closing." And I'm like, "Where does it say that in the book? Point me to which book tells you where Jesus said, 'Oh, when you think it's the end times, just stop everything you're doing and stop living.'" Just show me
Right.
where he said that. You know? So I say, live. I
Yeah.
know it's a crazy time. Live till the end. That's what we gotta do.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
That's what we gotta
that's
do.
good. That's a
Yeah.
good word, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you
Yeah.
know, it says occupy, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to live. Thank you for that. How about you,
Yeah.
Jamel? Are you finding people or yourself? Do you find that you have to fight demoralization?
I was an elementary school teacher until this
Hmm.
past January, so I really had to fight it in the public school system.
Oh yeah.
Since I left, I'm with a private company now. I went back to HR. It's not really because the company is small, and surprisingly, it's a lot of people from California that have moved here
Hmm.
for the company, and
Mm.
they are very patriotic. So it's a little more easier environment to deal with, but the school system was wretched. Like, oh, they
Oh
was
yeah.
coming for my head every day.
Wow.
They was
Oh,
coming for my
thank
head
God
every
you're
day.
out of that. Oh
Satan has really
Yeah.
invaded those systems. I'm so sorry. And I got to say this to you, Jamal. You have an amazing voice. So if
yes.
that falls through, get yourself doing voiceover or
Right,
something.
he
Oh
does.
my
He
God,
does.
your
He
voice is
does.
amazing.
Yeah,
So
Jamal.
you've always got
You.
Appreciate,
yeah.
appreciate it.
You really
Appreciate it.
do. Yeah. There's a market for that, Jamal. You could be freelance and do your own voiceovers. You could look on Fiverr. Anybody who wants to find
Fiber, you
gigs and
said?
stuff, Fiverr, yeah. You can just, look into it. And I have a book I could send you for voiceovers. I'll put my email, and if you want, I'll just ship it to you because I have a nice book that I wouldn't mind sharing with you.
Oh,
Fiverr. You
definitely
look
appreciate it. That's the
around.
first I've heard of that, Eric. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Fiverr. That's right. Fiverr is great, everybody. I learned about Fiverr a few years ago. I get a lot of stuff done on Fiverr. But there it is, Fiverr, for anybody who's wondering, fiverr.com. But if you need to email me, I'll put the link in the description. But please
Okay.
be patient with me. Now I'm sending this for Jamal mainly, people, because I'm going to send him the book for voiceover. Okay, so there it is, Jamal. It's in the chat atmosphere if you see it. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I emailed
yeah,
it. But
yeah. So tell me, Karen, what are you doing in terms of demoralization? How are you combating it?
Just having conversations with people,
Mm-hmm.
but not attacking them. Trying to meet them at a common ground and just asking questions. Like, so I ask them common questions. Like, some people don't even know the own country they live in. They don't even know the history of their own country they live in. Like, ask a person, like, how many states is in America?
Mm.
Some people can't even answer the question correctly, you
Yeah.
know? And just understanding that some people were born and raised with a certain narrative. Like, some people vote for who their parents voted for. They voted for who their grandparents voted for. And just ask them questions to make them, not to attack them, but just to make them think. to be more of a free thinker, you know, to
Yeah.
think about things more logically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
You know,
gonna piggyback off Cameron because I don't think I really answered the question. But I did learn that recently to stop attacking people because I was one of those like I'm looking at people like, oh my God, I'm to the point where I don't even want to call myself an American anymore because these people are just so stupid. Like, what are they at? Like, I don't understand. Like, you see stuff right in your face to the point
Yeah.
where it's happening. Everything that we've said is going to happen is happening, and you still
Yes.
are blind to it.
Yeah.
But I've gotten out of that attack. Like my Facebook, I was lit. Like I was going in like Facebook jail every other week. But but I've started having conversations and talking to people and just asking common sense questions or
Right.
whatnot. And I'm on this truther thing with the melanated people in this country when they, especially like I said, discovering my indigenous roots. So that's why I'm
Uh-huh.
really on now. Because I really think, especially in our community, until we identify who we are, where we truly come from, and Karen
Yes.
said that people don't know the history of this country. People don't know us because it's not being taught in the public school system. Even
Right.
in as an elementary teacher, I was like, yo, they setting these kids up to be dummies and control because they don't teach civics, they don't teach government, they don't teach law, they
oh,
don't
don't you
teach.
notice the school system is designed like the correction system, the same trays, the same
Mm-hmm.
tables, the same school bus.
Yes. Yes.
The
Exactly.
same outdated practices, the same outdated practices. But then you have
Yeah.
these indoctrinated teachers and staff and school board members, and they are just so stupid. And even
Yeah.
down here in the South, even in North Carolina, it was very few and far in between where I would find a patriotic teacher. Now, the first school I worked at was majority melanated, low income or
Uh-huh.
whatnot. And when they found out that I was a Trump supporter, I
I know. Jamel, I know. They came at me like a bunch of banshees, wild banshees. But they're all
yeah, it was
quiet now. They're all quiet now. Do you notice that,
all
Jamel?
quiet.
Right.
There was even one teacher because I was very vocal about my support for Trump on Facebook. There was even one teacher when Joe Biden won had a church. He had a shirt made and said somebody voted for Trump, and on the back it said not me. And I
Oh,
looked at him and I knew it was for me, and I was like, yeah, I sure did, and proud, and I'm proud of it. But I got it so bad there. But of course, majority of the staff was 90% melanated, so of course,
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
to deal
Yeah.
with it
I
Yo,
there.
know.
Jam-
Woo.
Jamal, I worked for the New York City Housing Authority here, and I was always advocating for Trump. Remember, I'm a New Yorker, so we have a different sentiment about Donald Trump, because he's a New Yorker and we understand him. He caught a bad rap with the Central Park Five, but we all know that's political. That was a different time, and people were able to redeem themselves. But on my job, let me tell you what they did when he won. When that whole false inauguration went on. Do you know they waited in the lunchroom for me to come in?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I got
I
in
mean,
trouble
wow.
from by my
My
principal.
supervisors and all of that. And I literally I went off, I cursed them all out. I was like, y'all ignorant. I went off and I was like, I can't stay here no longer. Along with me being sickly, because of
Mm,
my asthma and this man, I'm gonna hurt somebody. But I had
mm,
to come out of that mentality
Right,
yeah.
right,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it
It's
wasn't doing me no good.
right. It's
right.
toxic, right? Very
And they
toxic.
running
Very.
around happy thinking that they voted for the best brand new pair of blue suede shoes in the world.
Okay. Well,
And
they
we
Hmm.
miserable,
got what
can't
they wanted.
sleep, angry. No, this is not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
when they
got what they
when they showed
wanted.
the inauguration, I was on like a little mini protest. I would not cut it on in my classroom, and my
Uh,
principal walked in. She was like, "Mr. Womack, you have to show this on TV." And I was like,
oh
"Whatever."
my.
And I went in the back, and I'm just pouting in the back, like, "I don't want to see this." Yeah. So I totally understand. But I had to deactivate my Facebook. I had to step back for a minute. I came off of YouTube for a while because I was just
Hmm.
like, it started
Wow.
being a burden. It was like a heavy burden.
Yeah, it
And like
was.
and like Eric said, we focusing on things that we can't change right now.
Right.
Not saying
Right.
that we can't with the help of
Because
God in the future, but we focusing
it's
on
a
what we
part of
can.
a distraction too. You know, the Bible does say, "Be sober, be wary, be vigilant," because the devil, your adversary, will cometh as a roaring lion. That's why your
Mm-hmm.
discernment with source has to be like on point. And we've all
Yeah.
been, misguided, but that's what this journey is about, to
Mhm.
transform us into that godly discernment, to be able to see through the smoke screens and be able
Mhm.
to handle those smoke screens, with a better output, with a better character.
Yep. That's good.
You know, we're going to
Exactly.
change these things. I got to be as hopeful as I can be. This
Mhm.
is an awful time. It still is an awful time, but I got to tell you, like I told you, I'm a maniac. I'm an actor and a musician. And like I said, I
Mhm.
go out into the world in this little town here and I assault people. I've always been like that. I'll be in any kind of a lineup and just like start yapping at people because I don't care. I don't care. I'm not afraid of people, right? And I
Yeah.
like to see what happens. And I just almost always get them thinking about God. And I don't mean to even do that. I just do it, you know. But
Yeah.
we are going to fix this because I'm telling you, people are awake. I'm sure you've noticed it. I say that thing, what I just said to you about me and my dad woke up screaming because of Tom Hanks. And
Mm.
7 or 6 out of 10 people get the funeral face. When I say,
Mm.
you know about Tom Hanks, they get the funeral face. And that means I know they know the truth that he's
Yeah.
feeding worms right now for a very good reason. But 3 or 4 of them are like, oh no, what did he get the coof? They don't know, So
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, if 7 out of 10 people know the truth about Tom Hanks, there's a lot of people. Like 3 years ago, we were all walking around, hey, I'm going to Starbucks. You want anything? You know, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not the case now, is it? That's
No.
not the case. And I guarantee if you challenge people, you'll see that even the people who are resistant and fully brainwashed, they're going to come around because they don't like
Yeah.
to be put in this place either that they're putting us in. So
Right.
that's the good news.
They're
Yeah.
going through the shame phase. That's what they're going through right now.
Right.
So when someone
Right.
is shameful, you don't attack them. You try to hold their hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We don't
Mm-hmm.
do that the I told you so. I mean, that's very satisfying, but we're trying to fix the problem. And that's, that we've got to give them that space. But we're going to
Right.
get there. We are
Yeah.
going to get there.
We are. We are. And
Yeah.
we're getting there. Like, they have some severe buyer's remorse. And we've all bought a bad lemon, right? We've all
Severe,
had a lemon.
severe.
Right,
And
right.
I can, like, it's egg on the face. And hey, listen, at this point we need to just reunite, I mean, and have conversations, because a good liberal, like, for instance, I don't know if you all know about Jimmy Dore. I like Jimmy Dore. Okay, I'm sorry, sue me. Okay, I think Jimmy Dore is awesome when it comes to a true liberal. Then you have Naomi Wolf. I don't know if you all like Naomi Wolf. She's been telling the truth. She is a staunch liberal. And recently there is a multi-billionaire who just, like, he was a $1 million donor to the Democrat Party, and he has just jumped ship because he can't go along with it anymore, which I'm glad, because I can't imagine a rich person going along with this. You have to love the country if you've made a fortune in this country, because you sure couldn't make a fortune elsewhere like these people make it here. This is like the land of milk and honey for these people. So, you know, it's happening. That's the thing. It is happening. Hello, Lady Di. You said, I'm tired of not knowing my neighbors. There you are, not getting out enough. That's where it's going to start, Lady Di. We just need to know our neighbors, be a neighbor, be a good neighbor. It might mean taking, uh, I don't know, taking a lasagna over, maybe, and some bread and salad. Just make sure you do the fixings and everything. But I have to tell you, when I lived in LA, there was a group of Mormon women, and I know we knock religions and everything, but I try to always, like, I have to give credit where credit's due. One of the things the Mormon women would do is, if a Mormon woman or just anyone in the neighborhood, they didn't just keep it to the church. If anybody was pregnant and had a baby, they would literally bring food to that woman for an entire week, like to feed her family. So she doesn't have to cook. You know, they would pull it on a red, you know, one of those little red wagons kids have. They pull it down the street and take it to the neighbor, knock on the door. They have everything, salad, bread, everything, and lasagna or something. And these are maybe things that will take us out of our sort of like, we're all sort of separated, you know, in neighborhoods, but feeding a neighbor will definitely, you know, thaw the ice and possibly, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, how are you with your neighbors, Jamal? Do you feel like you have good neighbors?
We mind our business, but I just moved here, so I just moved here in May, so I'm getting, to know
Oh
people
yeah,
around me.
that's true.
But I can
Yeah.
say, being originally from Greensboro in the South, that sense of community is gone.
Yeah.
We're trying to build it back, but
Right.
it's gonna take some work. But even being from Greensboro, there were times where I didn't really know my neighbor, nobody really would speak.
Yeah.
Now I will say now, dogs will open up a lot of conversation with your neighbors. If you have a dog, I have a dog too. So if you're out
Okay.
walking your dog, yeah, yeah. So that will
Oh
open up a
yeah.
lot of conversation. So
That's true. That's a good thing. Well, that's something that we could share ideas on how to build community on a local level. Do you know, like Eric is out there making people laugh and smile, and people really need it right now because the depression and, like I said, demoralization is very high. But one of the things also that I just encourage people to do is plant seeds, literally. Like, there's nothing more hopeful than someone who plants a seed or plants a tree, even. You may want to just do something that small, because one small change can begin the process for you. So if you feel like you're kind of like what Eric said, the person said, why do anything? You know, we're at the end. No, they're at the end. Endings and beginnings are just like very much, you know, intertwined. So yes, it's the end, but it's also the beginning. So yeah, once you plant a tree, plant some seeds and show the creator that you are hopeful in spite of what Jojo Magoo and his, you know, communist Nazis are doing, because they ultimately are just sealing their fate because they're going against God's universal law. So they're just piling more and more judgment on themselves. And they're looking stupid while they're doing it, you know. All I see is Fred Sanford saying, "You big old dummy." When I look at Jojo Magoo, he's just, you know, he's been just a career criminal, and he's going to get his, well, according to many, he's already gotten it, right? So we'll just play along. Leash says, my daughter was called the N word by the neighbors. Oh boy, that's not a good start to neighborly relations. Boy, you know what? The whole thing with the N word, I like how Karen dealt with it. She said, yeah, that's right. I
I say,
mean,
wow, you tell me something I don't know.
I mean, but a child, that's horrible to have that happen to your child. I'm just saying, like, that word is, I have declared that the word has nothing to do with color or race. It has to do with ignorance. So, you know, I think Joe Biden is the N word, and I called him that back in 2020. You know what? I called Joe Biden the N word on Nino Rodriguez's podcast, and Nino was like, "Oh my god." It just flew out of my mouth. You know how I am. So yeah, I think Joe Biden, if you look up the N word, his picture is there. Okay. So we're going to take the race out of the word. It doesn't matter. I'm not triggered by that word anymore. It's just, we could just take the power away from it. But people use the word because it's so, like, it's so sexy to people to use that word, right? They just love it. It's empowering to them. So it's like, okay, did you feel good after you said that? Hey, Lori, I saw a new name in here. Please send some love in the chat sphere. I have a new name that I hadn't seen. Let's see. I'm going back up to say hello. bear with me. Hey, Phil, not Bill. I love these names. Some of these names, when I say them, hey, Eddie, it's Nikki Simon. No, Snyman. Did I say
I
that
mean, you're
right?
good with the names too, Jen.
I
Like
try.
you're really good with
Snyman.
the names. Like that bewilders me. Like, damn, she really know the names and she know who hasn't been here, who's been away. Like, wow.
I listen, Nikki, welcome. Please send Nikki some nice love in the chatmosphere. She said generational curses are breaking. That's right,
Amen,
Nikki.
That,
Nikki.
amen.
That's
That they
right.
are because
Amen.
Amen,
we're being
Nikki.
awakened to who we truly are.
That's right. Thank
Hmm.
you so much for that.
And
And
like
until
Absolutely.
Jen
you know
said,
who you are, you know where you going.
and
I
like
agree.
Jen said, somebody, even if you don't plant the seed, you might water it. The word of God say one person planted,
Oh yeah.
one
The
person
next
water
man
the
will.
seed,
Yep,
and
exactly. It
God
won't
gonna
even
give the increase. God gives the increase. So we planting, we watering, but it's God that's waking people up and giving people the increase.
There you
All
are.
glory got to go back to Him.
all
Amen.
of it. All
All
of
of
it.
it. All
You
of
All
know,
of
it.
in
it. All
some
glory
ways, the
to
kuf,
God.
in
You
some
see
ways,
what
the
I said
kuf
to
was
Jen?
a miracle. And I hate the kuf. I went through PTSD for a whole year. I'm telling you, I was not right. But look how it woke. It was God allowing the enemy to bitch slap us all and wake us the hell up. You ready?
Yeah,
I
but
Look what
told
they're
now,
you.
doing. They're
but now
lying
we're
to you
throwing
about
the fire
everything.
back in the devil's face. Little by little, the fire's being thrown back in his face. But as soon as Jen opened the chat, I said, "All that go to God. You can't
I
make
know.
this
Hmm.
up."
Right.
You
That
know, we're
was
going to
like,
need
I'm
all
telling
these
you all.
people, these good people's help to rebuild, everything. I mean, they've lied
Hmm.
to us about everything. You have to look back
Yeah.
now, and I know Jennifer digs into a lot of this kind of stuff, but you still have to look and go, what really is the truth about our
Right.
history? We don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know. The stuff you
Yeah.
mentioned with the mud floods and the stuff, it's like, it's just terrifying.
Yeah.
We
It
could be in
is.
that part of the Bible at the very end where it says, the devil is let out for a time. Did you ever think of that one? We
Yeah.
could be there because
No,
of the
we
mud
think that.
floods.
No, we think that, Eric. It's a few of
Yeah.
us. If Tina, the truth teller comes into the chat, let me know because we talk about this a lot that we think that it's possible. Now, everybody, don't get on me. Don't come at me now. I'm just saying, theoretically, allegedly, we could be in the short time that Eric just mentioned. That
Yeah.
in the Bible, when it says the devil has been released for a short time, what if we are in that short time? Because some people thought that we were going to be raptured in the pre-rapture pre-trib, we were going to fly in the sky and the by and by,
Yeah.
and then the antichrist was going to come out and just start giving everybody hell and we would be flying away, right? But
Yeah.
no, we are not flying away, everybody. Sorry, they taught us lies and they are going to pay for that because that did a lot of damage to people's faith, is to think that you were going to have an easy escape route out of here. No, nope, nope, nope.
But
Okay.
everybody thinks they were in that time before the Antichrist. That the disciples thought they were in that time. And maybe they
Yeah.
were because Nero is a perfect Antichrist. So that's a
Yeah.
possibility. And then here's the thing that drives me nuts. If when you read it from the 50,000-foot view of the Bible about the devil is let out for a time, you think, well, everybody's going to know. Why would the person who invented the lie tell us? Wouldn't he want to relive his greatest hits? The Antichrist and the mark of the beast and all that scary crap lopping off the Christians' heads. Of course he's going to want to relive that. So he's not going to tell us if we are in that time. It's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
Well, but you know what? You can take heart in knowing that ultimately God seals his remnant and he will allow you to literally eat poison and not be affected, it says, okay? And
Yes.
we're eating, guess what? Hey, we are eating poison every day, by the way, unless
I
you
am
eat.
affected, though. I am affected,
Okay.
so I must be one of
Okay.
the
So
bad
you're
ones.
affected. Now, okay. And I'm sorry that you are because I fight against, I cannot stand what they've done to our food. But I'm just
I'm
saying,
disgusted by that.
it's disgusting, but I'm saying in general, for what they do to our food and for us to still thrive, it
Yeah.
shows that we are being protected. Because
Yeah.
just today I was in the store and I wanted to go off. I took pictures, but I have a little, like, I shouldn't even want Ben and Jerry's ice cream, but every now and then I like to have the fudge core, that has the core of fudge in it.
Yeah,
And
the New York Super Fudge Chunk.
something like that, chunky monkey and all that stuff. No,
Oh.
don't say monkey. Don't say monkey. Don't say monkey. Don't throw any monkey emoji.
No, the test is gonna be a banana up your nose. That's what's gonna be the test for that.
There you go. But I looked at the ingredients, and guess what they put in the damn ice cream now, everybody? They put
What?
canola oil in Ben and Jerry's. And I'm gonna contact those bastards.
You're gonna write a letter?
I'm gonna write a letter, a poison pen letter, and I'm gonna tell them that they need to stop putting canola oil in fucking ice cream. What are you doing putting canola oil in ice cream?
All seed oil's bad.
It's so stupid. It's like,
why can't they put coconut oil? Like, come on,
Right.
like,
That'd be nice.
But why oil? Ice cream should just have three
Right.
ingredients.
right? You're right. Three right. It shouldn't have. Right. You're right.
So
You're
I'm
right.
just saying, this makes me mad. If I'm dropping the F-bomb right now, this is one of my pet peeves.
You have the
okay?
spoon? Did you go get the spoon? Go ahead, rant.
The spoon is with me. It stays in my purse, okay?
Oh.
So I'm that kind of grandmother. I have a still silver spoon, and I will use it, okay? I will. But, I'm just going to stay quiet and peaceful because I don't want to be on World Star Hip Hop, because I'm calling people Nazis at this point, and I got to cool out, okay? So I'm going to stay
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You got to, because, that means the dark side is getting to you. You can't let them win like that.
I know. It just got to me that, they don't even say hello. By the way, everybody, I'm doing advocacy for, someone. It's sacred work. I fight like a pit bull, but I'm a calm pit bull until time to attack. But I sit back and just take notes and document, ask questions and advocate. But when this woman came over to me at the MRI facility, now the hospital didn't act like that once I got in the doors, but at the MRI facility, they give 2 masks because they demand that you wear 2 masks. And I snatched the mask because of the way they were being rude. I took it like, okay, and I hang it off of my ear. Well, different people were coming up to me. Oh, you need to put your mask on. Oh, you need to put your mask on. And I was like, hello. And, they don't know what to do anymore when you say hello. And then another one came over, and I suspected she was the office manager. And she came over. Oh, you need to put your mask on. And I said, oh, hello, good morning. Do you like to greet people first? And she was confused. I said, yeah, you've lost your humanity. And she didn't know what to do. I said, you're not even coming over and just saying hello. You're letting Dr. Fauci turn you into a Nazi. And she was just so shocked. I said, you're just doing your job, aren't you? You're following orders. I said, do you know what's going to happen to you? And she got really red. And I said, God's going to deal with you, okay? I said, because you're a Nazi. And then I threw the mask at her and I walked out because she said, you'll have to leave.
Oh, you didn't tell that part that you threw the mask.
I didn't tell you that part. I threw the mask at her feet, though.
Well, why you think they tell you gotta go? Now you gotta go.
Yeah, put this thing on your face that's made by the very people that did this to us. Those stupid blue things made in China that say all over them, this doesn't protect you from any freaking virus.
Right. And you're right, Christine. And I gotta keep that in check. So please pray for me because I do want to continue.
Yeah, you said advocating. You threw the mask back at her. Now they see that as an assault.
Well, you know what? She
said she threw it at her feet. She didn't throw it at her.
I threw it at her feet, not at her.
But they're gonna dramatize it as you threw it at her.
Well, guess
she
what
covered.
happened,
She covered. Jesus turned over the tables too. She covered. Jesus turned over the tables too. He was mad. Jesus turned over the tables too. You good, Jen? You good?
When I waited outside, I put on some classical music, Moonlight Sonata, to cool the savage in me, and I was like, okay, I got to get it together because The person
Yes.
that, the person I'm advocating for let me know that everybody loved that I called this woman a Nazi. So she must be hated in the office because
Oh, yeah.
they were coming outside speaking to me, all the employees. So I gave it to the person that probably bullies everybody in the office. So I
pull
gotta
back the cover.
listen. I don't
Right.
want to get fired as the advocate. I gotta keep advocating. So
Right.
please,
You gotta, like I said, you gotta remember your main goal. What's the main goal?
yeah,
To
I have
advocate,
to.
and the devil's gonna play with you so you can do those little things. Because sometimes we go off and we don't even realize we went off.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
yeah,
that's how keen he can be. You know what I'm saying? You think
yeah,
like you're there, and oh, you can say good morning. You at least be humane, and the next thing, boom. Oh man, I done threw the mask at her. I'm outside now. The main
yeah,
objective is to continue to advocate. That's your
yeah.
sacred work. That is the main objective. And you cannot let the devil throw you off that roller coaster.
You're right. You're right. And I'm glad that at least I got the first parts of having to go into the facilities. Now it's going to be like a period that I could cool off, and everybody please pray for me, okay? That I can keep myself
Walk around with
together.
popcorn and constantly eat popcorn. Hey, you got to find a way to figure it out. When we thrown these obstacles, Jen, I was in this battle, you know, with you coming in, met you in this battle, and I had to learn a lot of things to, adapt to allow me to not allow the devil to get me because, like I said, I can become a Negro from Harlem real quick. But I know that's not going to get me nowhere but locked up because, see, I'm not just throwing, I'm snatching.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
black out, like you think you're being, and you black out, and that's how he get us. And then we waking up in the cell, like, yo, how did I get here?
No, you're right. And I don't want to have an anger issue, like,
They can't stop you
uncontrollable.
from eating, so eat popcorn.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right. Well, listen, everybody, I'm gonna run, and I'm glad this test worked out. Jamel, Eric, you are always welcome to pop in, and Karen is always, Karen is our beautiful Harlem Sentinel. She's always
Jamel,
popping
it's
in.
good to see you guys. It's good. I love to connect and
You too.
actually
Nice
see
to meet
people
you, Karen.
and hear their voices. What's that? Eric too. It was like glad we've been in these chats, and I just really like to. I'm a more of a like on hands person.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
like to see, what I'm dealing with. you know.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
was awesome, and Jen, I'm so glad that this popped on. Like it's crazy, but it
It
came
popped
on.
on. Look at how it happened too. Thank you so much, Karen. And thank you all in the chatmosphere. If I haven't gotten around to saying hi, I love you all. And I'm back on. You know how, what's
How
her
they
name?
say,
What's
I'm
her name?
back.
I'm back. I'm back. So I'll be trying to come on and engage with everybody more often. And I'm gonna fight the technology, not gonna let it get me down. But thank you so much, Nikki, for showing up. We love to see new faces. Thank you, and look out for maybe tomorrow something, but I'll keep you posted. And maybe go ahead and like this video so we can see about the algorithms, and then subscribe to Robin Eason. That'll be the backup channel for
Hit
now.
the
Okay.
like button. Jenny the John, Jennifer
Thank you.
Eason, Robert
Thank you so
Eason,
much.
and meet her at brunch 11 a.m., 11 p.m. Jenny the John on
That's
stationhead.com.
right. Love you too, Eddie. All right. Take care, everybody. Okay. Bye bye.
Take care. Nice to meet everyone.
Nice to meet
Thank you.
everyone.
All right.